Get ahead with the details of those stories now. All is set in Yendi as the Abudi family awaits handing over of the Gbewa Palace for the necessary rituals and the funeral rites, which begins tomorrow. We're live on the ground from where Martina Bugri reports some drumming and dancing and a solemn mood. Great visitors and dignitaries who have thronged the old Gbewa Palace ahead of the funeral rite of the late Yana Mahmudu Abdullahi, which begins today. Well, there is also calm and brisk business ongoing. But ahead of the final rite tomorrow, the chief of Diali, one of the elders of the Abudu family, Na Abukari Abdullahi, has warned the youth in the area not to expect any intervention by him if they are found with ammunitions other than the prescribed ones for the funeral. He said they are in Yendi to perform funerals and not for war. Speaking to JoyNews' Martina Bugri, Na Mahmudu Abdullahi said government has assured them it will firmly ensure the law and interests of the people prevail over any selfish desires.
We are in peace to perform the funeral rites. When we finish the first one, we'll get to the other one, and then we sit for the selection of a Yana. It's drawing our education backward, dragging Dagbang backward. We want Dagbang to regain its stature in the annals of history. If anybody refuses the government's initiative like this one, then it's left onto the security force and the government. And that we've not come for a fight. We are in to help perform the funeral rites. And a law that is brought by the government, we shall not renege on that promise that we have made. That is the message I have. I have a message. I'm advising the youth to all be peaceful and restrain themselves. Yeah. The state in which Dagbang is now, the state of damage being caused, if we don't get a amicable settlement to it and we die, then it will be bad for us. If this funeral is finally performed, then we will vacate the palace for the other one to be performed and also vacate the palace. Then we leave the house vacant. And then the customs will select the chief for us. And then we send the chief to the government. The message I have is that if anybody comes with weapons and it is not that kind of musketry for the funeral, if the person is arrested, I'm not in for that person in defense. If anybody makes disturbances or cause chaos and is arrested, I'm not in to defend such a person.
So that is one of the elders of the Abudu family there. Martina Bugri joins us with the very latest on that development. Martina, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. You've been reporting about how there is brisk business going on, there is calm. People are trooping into the other part of the country to observe the tradition that's happening there. Has anything changed?
No, nothing has changed. No, nothing new that the northern tsunami like came in the white over the past
Martina, you have to speak up a little bit as it's difficult to hear you. So I was saying that you've reported on how business has been brisk. The day has traveled, a bit far. Where it's about 3 p.m. right now. What's happening in the town?
What's happening right now is that the Northern Regional Minister and his entourage just arrived a while ago, and they came to hand over the reconstructed Gbewa Palace to the Abudu family to begin the process tomorrow. But they also brought an undertaking from government for the family to sign before they can hand over the project to the family. And the family said they would need to sit as a team and discuss and come out whether they would sign or not. And so for now, they are gone back to discuss and then sign and then meet government, and then the government team can hand over the project. And so as we speak now, the minister and his team have inspected the project and they are waiting, hoping that they would sign and then hand it over to government.
Right, Martina, you reported earlier that the minister has arrived. To hand over the Igbewa Palace, but we also understand that there has been an undertaking that the two families are supposed to sign before the handing over is done. Hello, Martina. Okay, it looks like we've lost Martina, but we'll raise it back on the line. But Martina is reporting to us that the minister has arrived in Yendi, and there is an undertaking that has to be signed, after which the Igbewa Palace will be handed over. Mind you, the Igbewa Palace will be handed over to the Abudu family, who will perform the final funeral rites for the first time, and then later on it will be they will vacate, and then it will be handed over to the other family, which will also perform the final funeral rite. After all of these, it's expected that there will be the inskinment of a new regent for the area. The undertaking, we're told, has not yet been signed, but we do have Martina on the line to give us an update on that development. Martina, the undertaking, tell us a bit about the undertaking. Do we have an idea what's in it?
The undertaking spells out what government expects each family to do. And so you have, it tells them when to occupy the house and when to exit the house. And if you don't exit after the time that is stipulated, what government can do to get the family out of the palace. And so the family said they can't set just a group that came to receive the petition, the undertaking. And they said they cannot sit there instantly and decide. And so we'll have to go home, back to the Abudu family, to sit as a family and decide either to sign or not to sign. And so currently, we are waiting for them to return, either to sign or not to sign. So they haven't decided what to do yet. And so the Northern Regional Minister and government delegation is also waiting. They said they will be on standby. If they are ready, they would come and then they will have a dialogue. And the final issue that will be taken, they would let that be sent to the world.
Well, quick one, Martina. What it means is that it's 3 o'clock already. Does the minister speak to what's going to happen should they not sign? Does it mean that the palace will not be handed over?
That is, we are yet to get the minister to speak to us on what it means if they choose not to sign.
Okay. But at the moment, the family says they want to sit and have a meeting and decide on what to do as far as signing the undertaking is concerned.
That is true.
Martina, thank you very much for that update. But apart from that, what else is happening? Is it just a standby mood for both the family and the government delegation?
Activities are ongoing. People have set up tents and they are selling food. We have a lot of people coming into town. We have so far about 32 chiefs have already arrived with their entourage into the town. And so the town is heavily populated today with so many activities. There's drumming and dancing in the various palaces. Cooking is everywhere. And so those are some of the activities being done ahead.
Okay. Well, Martina, we'll be monitoring that situation. Momentarily, we'll come to you to find out whether or not the Abudu family has arrived and whether they've made a decision on signing that undertaking and whether the palace has been handed over. Thank you, Martina. We'll come back to you shortly.